everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to talk about something unexpected. Something that I didn't see coming. Something that personally, honestly, it makes me even more nervous about Bob Chapek. Now, Black Widow came out, and Black Widow is having a rough go of it. For starters, there are some countries not showing it because it's on Disney Plus All Access, and there are some countries not and it lost out on a lot of money at the box office because it was on Disney Plus All Access. It's the most pirated movie of all. It's the most pirated Marvel film of all time. I mean, even more pirated than Endgame. And you know what? I saw all this coming. If you remember a long time back, when we were arguing about putting Black Widow on Disney Plus, the argument that I kept making, every argument that I made came to fruition. One, I said the big problem is going to be pirating. People are going to have high quality versions of this movie. No one's going to need to like in the past, the reason why pirating is always going to be a thing for every film, but it's not going to be as bad when it's in theaters. It's because you're going to get a shitty version of it. Like, unless you can fucking you're going to get a shitty version of it, or you're going to get some weird version of it from another country, from like Thailand or something, with like subtitles going across it. Like, you're going to get a shitty version of it, so you might as well just go to the movies to see it. And, but once you start putting it on the service and in the theaters, then it's just like, you kind of minimize how much money you can make, because it's just like, I'm going to get this great version of it. And it did minimize the money. The movie would have made much more money at the box office. The movie probably would have been over $500 million at the box office. But they would have, but like I said, but the reason, I was against this. They did it, and it happened. It is what it is. The results are mixed at best, and some theater chains are saying they missed out on hundreds of millions of dollars. Those theater chains can calm a bit down, because there's no way of knowing that, because at the same time, because there's just really no way of knowing that, just because it's like, well, fuck, because COVID is still a thing. There are still places that aren't open. So, they were going to miss out on hundreds of millions of dollars anyways. No matter what, they were going to miss out on hundreds of millions of dollars. So, I never begrudged Disney Plus's premium access, because I understood where they were coming from. I understood that they were like, we are not HBO Max. We are not hungry for subscribers. We do not need to release our shit on here for free, because we're not hungry for subscribers. We have over 100, I think Disney probably has at least up to 120 million subscribers. They're the third most subscribed service in the world, and they're really not even everywhere yet. So they're like, we're not starving for subscribers. If you want to see our big $200 million plus films, you're gonna have to pay for it. And in theory, it makes sense, but because in theory, they want to get more than half of their subscriber base to pay for it. Because if more of half of like 100 million subscribers pay $30 for this thing, they're gonna make their budget back. In theory, it'll work, but you don't know how that's gonna work out. And when you're releasing it simultaneously, I think it could only work. Honestly, I think the Disney Plus Premium Access can only work if you just release on there exclusively. That's the only way I think it can work. Because releasing it in theaters too gives people another option. But if you just released it on there, then that means it's like, oh no, you have to get it. But that's the problem is, you're still missing out on money, because there are people can watch it in groups, and they'll have it on there all the time. They'll never have to pay for it again, which is when you go see a movie, you have to go back and pay for it again and make money, but they have to share it. It's a complicated thing. Either way, the big news of today is Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney. Now, it's the same. Now, it's not. Now, she's suing Disney for the same reason that a lot of the other people were getting pissed off at Warner Brothers, for the same reason Legendary was about to sue Warner Brothers, for the same reason all those actors were about to sue Warner Brothers, because they did not, they tried not to change the contract deal. And that's the only thing that I've said that I've disagreed. It's hard to tell, because it's been like Bob Chapek's, that Bob 2's taken over. But it's the one thing I've disagreed with Disney, is the fact that they want to simultaneously change what the rules of what they're doing while keeping things the same. So they want to put Black Widow on Disney Plus and have it in the theaters, but not give the theaters proper compensation for the change in for the change that like not giving the theaters proper compensation for the fact that, well, you guys can't get we should get more percentage of the box office taking since you guys have got the Disney Plus thing going on, but they don't want to do that. They want to keep things, they want to get that money and do something over here. And it didn't work. It's not working out. And it's nothing but piss the theaters off, and now they've pissed off Scarlett Johansson. Granted, they're not making any more movies with Scarlett Johansson, so if they were gonna piss someone off, they picked the right person to piss off, but it's still not right. I was always under the assumption that they paid her. I was running under the assumption that they paid her ahead of time so that they could put this on there, because there are no, after Jungle Cruise, and Jungle Cruise comes out tomorrow for me. Today's Thursday. It comes out tomorrow. After Jungle Cruise, sorry. I'm not feeling too hot today. Like, I'm still a little sickly. I was kind of sick a bit earlier today, but I'm just trying to push through. But I'm feeling a tad bit better. I was awful this morning, but I saw this and I really wanted to talk about it. After Jungle Cruise, which is tomorrow, there is no other Disney movie going to Disney Premium Access. That's it. Jungle Cruise is the last one, and I'm assuming because you know something too. They put out the trailer for Shang-Chi and it said theaters only. And after they put that trailer out, I was like, okay. And to me, that was an indication. To me, the Shang-Chi trailer was an indication that Disney, they're done with this premium access thing. That they're just like, okay, well, we tried that. That didn't work out. Well, all right, we'll keep pushing. Because overall, they're fine. Like I said, third highest subscribed, streaming service in the world. They still have the MCU and Star Wars. They still got a bunch of shit coming out. I'm sure they'll pay Scarlett Johansson what she needs because they got the money to do it and move on. Because this isn't as big. Because you will see some people trying to make a comparison between this and the Warner Brothers deal. This is very minute in terms. This is very small. It's the difference between one person getting upset and dozens of people and other companies getting upset at you. You know what I mean? Like, they should have just paid Scarlett Johansson from the get-go. They should have got that over with. This shouldn't be a story. They should have had this done a long time ago. But there's such division from there. Apparently, since Bob Iger's left, there's such division amongst people on how to handle this situation. But you know what? I kind of do feel a little bad for everyone involved, not just Disney, Warner Brothers, and everyone in Hollywood, just because you don't prepare for a worldwide pandemic to completely face fuck your profit and face fuck what you want to do, and now it leaves you in a place where it's like everyone has their own opinion about how to handle it, and Bob Chapek just stepped into that situation, and everyone has their own opinions. But I think they've reached the conclusion that they're not going to do it anymore. They haven't announced anything else on Premium Access. I don't think it's a coincidence that they released a trailer for Shang-Chi, fun little one-spot teaser for Shang-Chi just yesterday, and they were really adamant about this is only in the theaters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they've learned their lesson, but they really should have took care of this Scarlett Johansson thing before it got to public light. It's not that big. It's one actress. You should just pay her what she wants, pay her what she needs, and just move on from it. It should have never gotten this far. Though I didn't, like I said, I just assumed they had already paid her because the movie was already out. The movie has been out for weeks. She had been promoting it for a year, on and off again. I just had assumed, and they had announced it was going to go to Premium Access months ago. So I just assumed they had already paid her because she wasn't saying anything about it. But it feels like what happened is that she waited to see the amount of money it would make. And when she felt that the movie was sabotaged, feels like the movie was sabotaged, that she's missing out on money, regardless of how much, and this is what I'll say, regardless of how much or how little the movie would have made, there's no doubt that it would have made a nice chunk more money at the box office if the movie hadn't been on Premium Access. And that's what she's pissed off about. Not that the movie, isn't good. Because if the movie just made $400 million, we all understand that, this is a pandemic time and that the theaters are just not up to the way they used to be. At least most people will. Not all the assholes, but most people will. But the problem is, you put it on Premium Access, so the movie's not going to make as much as it should have made, which means she's not going to make as much as she should have made. which means we have a problem. And I totally understand where Scarlett Johansson's coming from, and honestly, I would have sued them too. Right now, Disney, like I said, I don't know how big of a deal it is because it's one individual, it's one person. It's not the Warner Brothers situation where it was just raining hellfire from all sides. This is Disney fucked up. They should have paid her ahead of time. They thought that they thought they could be slick. They thought they could have their cake and eat it too. They thought that that this movie, that a big Marvel movie would be big enough to not only have a big box office so that everyone would be not happy there, that they could get some side money on Disney Plus. And it did not work out that way. It just doesn't work, and it looks to me like they're gonna stop this premium access thing, and they're gonna commit more to the theaters because Shang-Chi is gonna be a theater only, and most of this shit's gonna be a theater. Every movie going forward after Jungle Cruise tomorrow will be theater only, and I think that's the appropriate direction to go. I kind of saw some of this stuff coming. I'm sad they fell down that hole, but you know, like I said, Bob. I don't know about Bob Chapek. I'm hoping that he wasn't the driving force behind this. Because, anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and what do you think of Scarlett Johansson suing Disney over Black Widow? She wants her fucking money. And hey, and I'm all about people getting their money. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.